podcast. We here, we back. Whoop-dee-doo.
It's raining.
Whoop-dee-doo. Yeah, the weather ain't good outside. But what it do, y'all, man? Shout out to y'all, man. Old subscribers, new subscribers, man. Let's get into it. Right into it. Terrence Crawford, man. Bud Crawford.
Shout out
man.
to Bud, man.
Dominant win. Impressive win. Going up in weight class. Not only going up in weight class, but honestly, went up in weight class and beat the best of the best in his weight class. I understand Canelo has been dominating 168 for a long time now, bro. And for Crawford to go up in weight class and then dominate in that fashion, bro. And for me, bro, watching this, Canelo didn't win more than 3 rounds.
Nope.
You know, a lot of the refs, they were being favorable because it's Canelo, but Crawford won in an amazing fashion, bro. Like, he had control of the fight from the beginning of the fight. He didn't start out slow. He was in pocket, bro. His counters, his jabs, bro. He was there, bro.
Buzz, I said that during the Spence fight. Buzz counters are so elite. It's dang near hard to throw any punch. It's like you got like it's like you wary about throwing any punch at him. Cause it's like like his counters are so elite. I like
And that Canelo picture going up everywhere in the barber shop. Everywhere in the barber shop, that Canelo picture, bro. He had that man like this. Yeah, I know y'all seen that meme with that man like.
Yeah.
What?
What? Buzz was going crazy, man.
Come on, bro. Like we got to give him his credit. And I know everybody can be recency biased, but also we really have to acknowledge that he is one of the best of this era.
I don't know how I didn't really hear about Bud.
And I will be honest too. Like I wasn't really aware of Bud Crawford until Spence. But also in that regard, no matter who he faced before, think about it. He has 39 and he was 39-0. And then until he faced Spence and Canelo, come on now, like those two on your record already.
Then it's like when you do the knowledge, like do the science, you would talk about how Bud wanted to fight all the best guys.
Yeah, fact.
The best guys didn't fight Bud.
But guess what?
It wasn't because Bud wasn't trying to fight them. He wanted to fight Boots. He wanted to fight all those guys.
Undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
Yeah,
that's
like
kind of
5 titles in 5 different divisions. Like only greats have done that. You got Sugar Ray. You got Pacquiao who's done it at 8. Mm-hmm. Floyd's at 5.
Yep.
Sugar Ray
at 5. Crawford's 5.
Yeah, like it's only a few guys that have done that. It's like so you can't try to go backtrack and say he ain't fighting nobody. Well, that's not his fault. He wanted to fight all those guys.
But you fought the best of the best.
And he still fought the best of the best.
And you went up from 140 to 147 to 168 and dominated the fight, bro.
It's really crazy to hear how light dudes really are.
It's like, and then think about Canelo though. Like Canelo 62-2-2, bro. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is that's
the last person you can think about him losing to was Floyd Mayweather.
That's it for real, honestly. And you can say Triple G. You know you got Bevel who won.
And Broner beat Triple G, didn't he?
No, definitely no.
He didn't?
Different weight classes, bro. Triple G, he retired shortly after.
After the Canelo, you're right. He did fight Canelo, and Canelo lost to Triple G.
You gotta think about it, bro. Crawford is in a whole different weight class.
Yeah.
They like 3 different weight classes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's separate. He was in 140 in the beginning, and now you got Canelo that's always been in 168 and kind of in that range.
Yeah.
Man, that was impressive, bro. All I will say, he is the best pound for pound boxer right now.
He's the face of boxing.
You can't debate that right now. Like when he did Canelo, I'm even surprised. Even I had Bud winning, I'm still surprised at how he did it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
and it was a close fight, but it wasn't a close fight. You know what I mean?
Like, And respect to
everybody knew there's no knockout coming.
Yeah,
there's no way.
And I was really about to say respect to Canelo for even taking the fight. You gotta understand that too. Like it's you still take a risk because you know this. You know he's a real boxer. Crawford's 1-on-1, so you still take that risk. But also, we want to see y'all face the best fighters. You know what I'm saying?
It was a great fight overall. Like very, very few tie-ups.
Yeah.
Very few guys dancing around. Many they went toe to toe multiple times. Like Bud didn't run away from his punches.
That run, I ain't gonna lie, that ain't that run. I thought Crawford was about to drop. Man, I was like, man, shout out to Canelo too, cause I'm like, man, he's known to
he got a strong chin.
Because I'm telling you, anybody else is out of there snoozing, bro. Snoozing.
Facts.
But yeah, and then also I respect to Bud too, bro. Like, just if you like, do a little history on his story, you're not familiar with him. Like, what he's been through. You know, with family, with being shot in the back of his head, all these crazy traumatic things have happened to him, but he's continued to overcome, bro. And what's more impressive, people put age on everything, but think about it. He's 37, 38 years old, and he beat a 35-year-old Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it dominantly. It's never really.
It went up in weight class.
It's never really.
Like, what else can you say?
Really
at this point, you just hate. Terrence Crawford is one of the greatest fighters you've ever seen.
Yeah,
he's the greatest fighter of this era. That's for sure.
Right.
I like what he said. Like, listen, Floyd's the greatest fighter of his era, but I'm the greatest fighter in my era. There's no need to compare.
Yeah. It's no
need to compare. Bud is the greatest fighter of his era. There's not a single guy you're gonna be like, well, he would have lost it. No, you wouldn't have. At this point.
Yeah.
And if that were true, those guys should have fought him when he asked to fight them.
For sure.
He didn't want to fight him.
Have you seen this video that's been going viral? Is this mom? This mom was pep talking her son before he got engaged.
Yes.
And this son is This son was probably about 6, 7, maybe 8 years old.
Absolutely not. No.
And my question would be to y'all, because I don't know if y'all, just to add context. She was just basically saying, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't, you know what I'm saying, do these.
You're not doing the ice cream. You're not getting on the phone.
You're not doing this.
You better knock somebody out. Or we not doing none of that. You know what you come up here to do.
And they had context of football game. But look, so first, I don't condone that, because one, you put fear in your child, and it could be
you're creating a violent individual.
Yes, and you could be creating a violent individual. I also did see the other side of where, you know, certain kids and certain people have certain motivations to, you know what I'm saying, to help them or give them a boost in their game or whatever they're playing or whatever they're doing. I get that, but also it's a way to approach that. It's a way to say it. Now, I understand that this is football. Mm-hmm. You got to be tough in football. You got to have heart. So yes, it is a certain conversation that you can have with your child, but you saying you're gonna beat that, and you giving them, you know what I'm saying, basically ultimatums, and it's like, if you don't do this, you don't do that.
You don't do. I'm like, well,
yeah, I was like, man, I felt. I
can understand the rewards is like, listen, you do this, we'll go do that.
Right, exactly.
But you not even saying it. You just take things away.
I'll be honest with you. I felt the energy was there, but the words weren't there. I'm gonna just put it like that. Yeah. The energy was there because I understood the mission. You're trying to get him to, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I want my kid to knock somebody's kid in the turf. Sure. 1,000%. That's the sport. Yeah, I do want to see that. Yeah, you know, I want my kid to go out there and hit somebody as well, but not in that way, man. Like,
you don't approach it.
Yeah, I don't want to approach it in that way. Like, there's a way to do things, like you just said. Mm-hmm. I understand everybody's shot. It's like the same thing with Bud's mom, telling he ain't gonna be there. Right, he ain't never gonna win, and paying kids to be.
But also too, that is
like.
But to be fair, that also could speak to the other side of things. That's why I say it's 50-50, because it spoke to, that gave Bud confidence. That gave Bud an extra boost to prove his mom wrong. Not saying it's right, but also too, I get the other side of things.
And he said he's like, feel me with rage.
Right.
Like,
that's not always good, because that could create trauma.
And it's glad that I think he worked that stuff out on his own, and they got a great relationship, because even he said, no, he made himself champion, you know, and he said, well, I think she just provided a boost to kind of just, you know, I don't think he championed it. He wasn't like, obviously that wasn't something that he enjoyed hearing. But it's the same thing. It's like, yo, I don't want to feel like you're creating a violent individual, because now it's like, you know, now he's got fear that if I don't do this, then, you know, what's going to happen to me?
Right.
That ain't what you want. Correct. You know, you definitely, when you want your kid to have fun, you know, you want your kid to have fun. If they enjoy football, then yeah, let them play. You want them to have fun. Now, if it's that deep, he don't enjoy playing, then he doesn't need to be playing.
Yeah, also too,
but I will provide rewards. Like, hey, you get this, then you get that. That's how football was then. When you played in college, we had stuff like that. We had like, in his school had it too. I'm sure they did. We had the chart, and it had all these different goals in the game, like a fumble recovery. Everybody completes their assignments on defense. 20-yard pass. Like, we had all these different goals, you know. And you put your name up there, and you do certain things. You get certain things, and you get stickers on your helmet depending on the amount of goals you complete. You got guys. That's why if you watch a college game. If you see guys, they got a bunch of stickers on top of their helmet, those are rewards for goals they completed within the game.
But also, too, to add to the conversation, too, what others were discussing and talking about is how if that was a father or in that same position, would we look at it in the same way?
We might.
And honestly, I would say that's still a good conversation.
Yeah, it's a good conversation.
I would understand. Yeah, I would understand if people be like, and even myself, I wouldn't condone that.
It was just alarming. My first thought didn't go, why is motherfucker? It was like, wow. I was like, whoa.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive.
Yeah, it was very aggressive. I felt it. I was like, whoa. Like, no, we don't want to, because then you don't know what you about to send out there. Like, so I get it, but at the same time, I was like, no.
And guess what? Everything you should not be posting. If that's how you parent, is that what you do? Cool, that's what you do.
Cool. Then why you let put that
You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for that.
Now then you gonna be almost like myself, that's my kid. And I go, you opened it up for a public dispute. Yep. So now we here.
That's true.
But like there is a reward system in football. And then there's a punishment if you don't do, like if you fumble, then obviously we had to do bear calls as receivers when we fumbled the ball. So I get that there, but it's like there's a line, And I think, especially a kid that age, like he looked like he had to be about maybe 8, maybe younger than that. For a kid that age, you want a reward system, for hey, you do this, and that's how football works anyway.
And teach them positive reinforcement.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like you get this done, you get this done, you get this done. Then if you don't do this, then normal consequences as far as football are concerned will make sense. Hey, you don't do this, we run this many suicides. You fumble, we doing bear calls. You do this, we doing 5 hills. That's normal football practice anyway. That's fine. I would 1,000% agree with that, but I'm going to beat your ass, and I'm going to take your phone, and we not going to get ice cream. Like, sheesh, wait a minute, hold on, wait. Like, if this grades were bad, that makes sense, but whoa, like, this is violent I'm talking about.
I agree.
Like,
it comes to
it's one thing to say that if you don't get his grades, but you sending him out there to be violent if you don't do it. That's crazy.
Go to line too.
Yeah, man. Because then he would go out there and mess around and hurt somebody.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Like on purpose.
Because he knows
if I don't do it, there's consequences. Yeah, that ain't what you want. We not sending nobody in football to hurt somebody on purpose. No. We going to play football. We all come to be violent. It's a violent sport. I ain't sending my kid out there to not be violent.
I disagree with the language, but the message is what I understood. So I get it. It was 50-50, but I just wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I got it. The first time I saw it, I was like, whoa. Yeah, I was like, no. Then the more that she kept going, it just got worse and worse.
It's one of those videos that like it cut deep as soon as it you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah.
Oh, we played well though.
Yeah, I know.
We played well.
Since we on football, NFL recap week two, man. We started on week 2. And I'm just be honest, we didn't look good against the Packers. The Packers, I'm not saying they're world beaters, they have a good team, but also too, you had to come to play. You can't underestimate an opponent.
We didn't come to play.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was like,
and once the game plan, you know what I'm saying? Once the game plan doesn't go well, you have to understand and learn how to adjust within the game. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't bring a certain energy, to the game, that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, the Packers defeated us in that.
It's a lot of QBs that got hurt this week, man.
Chiefs, Eagles. Oh no, since we was talking about the getting hurt, man, yeah, the NFL need to be investigated because it was a couple hip drop tackles in that Packers game against JD5. Y'all protect all the other quarterbacks that y'all find premier and all this other stuff. Just know that this is y'all future investment in the NFL. Understand that too. Understand that because there was a lot of plays, late hits, and this is not just being solved. It was late hits. It was a hip drop tackle in which he got hurt. So if you're gonna call flags on these certain type of quarterbacks, certain type of players, bro, look. Come on now.
I think somebody brought it up today with the Joe Burrow situation. Because Andrew Luck retired early because of the amount of sacks he took behind that line. And Joe Burrow's been sacked more times than Andrew Luck up to this point. And it's just like, something's got to give, man. I got to do a better job protecting this dude. Or his career is not going to last long, or he ain't going to stay long. And some of it's on him because he advocated to pay his wide receivers when he should have been advocating to get that O-line straight. or they get a defense. One of the two.
Those are the two surprises for me too. Like
Jalen McCarthy got hurt.
The Chiefs and the Bengals, like them not being as prominent as they once were.
The Bengals, I'm not surprised because their defense was atrocious last year. They did nothing to make it better. So I knew coming into this they were going to be trash. The Chiefs defense, the Chiefs defense is going to sell them. It's going. I don't expect them to do much because that defense continues to sell.
Don't have a lot to throw to either.
He doesn't, but he doesn't. But I still, you still gotta win games. But I also still see him using his Mahomes magic. Yeah, it's coming through. It's coming through. But at the end of the, like you said, it's a team sport. It's not gonna be enough to just.
With the Eagles, we just saying they scored 10 points.
Yeah,
come on now. So that's unacceptable, bro.
And Travis catches that pass, it's a touchdown. The game. But it's just like that defense is just so. It's like it's like literally. It's like when you go down, like when they need a touchdown, they get a touchdown. When they need a stop, they don't get the stop. I mean, like
I think right now on both sides of the football, they not doing too well.
You know, and it's championship mentality. You know, I think it's a championship organization. They're gonna figure out a way to get it going, get it right. Mm-hmm. But it's like you need to support and carry. Number 80, where he had multiple chances to make plays, and he eventually did score a deep touchdown that they needed. But it was just like, yo, man. Also, how many times you gonna throw you the ball, a perfectly thrown ball, you gonna not come through? And then Travis with the pick, with the drop, it turned into a pick. It's just like, come on, man. Like, shoot. Pat is out there looking like the best QB in the league. Literally, like he's doing what he's supposed to do.
And one thing that this season has shown me, and like many other seasons, that if you put on the right team with the right resources, with the right players and right coaches, you will succeed. Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield are prime examples of that. Going to a new team and getting a new coaching staff, getting new teammates, and getting a whole new foundation, and just revamping their career.
Justin Fields got hurt too
because Baker Mayfield going crazy. Goddamn, Daniel Jones. They call that man Indiana Jones. I don't know what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And then also, let's always put respect on Lamar.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, he did it last year with the Vikings after leaving the Jets.
But one thing we're not talking about is, which needs to be talked about more, is Lamar and what he's done since he's been in the league. The best passer rating since he entered the NFL, most rushing yards ever already. Literally top 5 completion percentage, touchdowns, TD ratio. Mm-hmm. Man,
you know who else we talked about? Even though they
Lamar get a ring, he top 5. He get a ring.
That's kind of
no. Jeez. Lamar get a ring. I don't care if that's a hot take or not. I don't think that's a hot take, bro. If he gets a ring,
God dang.
But you gotta think about it. He's not in year 10 yet. He's in year 7 or 8. He has the most rushing yards in NFL history. He has one of the best passing completions. He has one of the best TD interception ratios. He has 2, should be 3 MVPs. So I mean, let's call it what it is.
But there will be other guys that have those resumes as well.
I don't know.
They have higher other things. Peyton Manning has 2 or 3 MVPs with higher passing yards.
But Super Bowl. But Lamar is still in year 7 or 8. That's why
one ring should. I don't think one ring is enough. I think it's impressive, yes. But I don't think one ring is enough. When you talk about greatness, it's like the things you mentioned, all the other. But I think have those things.
I got you, but I think one could be enough based on who we're talking about. So you have, like, let's say for example, as a player, no matter how you feel about him, Aaron Rodgers has 4 MVPs. Yeah, he has won Super Bowl. He could be considered a top 10 or 5 quarterback of all time.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like,
but I'm just throwing them all out there. I'm not throwing them in there. It's impressive, bro.
After one ring, when you have guys that have his resume, they have his resume. That will be
guys don't have that resume.
Guys
don't know. Rushing yards and passing yards, what Lamar is doing is crazy because you're doing 2 things at once, bro. That's like you're
even Cam Newton is on that resume as far as the Super Bowl.
Okay,
the MVP,
but he does
the Heisman, the rushing yards,
and he's in that conversation. But these are still anomalies. That's what I'm saying to you. And Lamar still has more than Lamar now. I mean, more than Cam now in a shorter period of time. I'm just saying. For a running back.
No, for a running back.
I mean, I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah. For a running back, y'all.
I will say who is playing well. You know, we're not talking about it because they're losing Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson.
Now he look bad. Now he. I'm not even about to let you get away with that right now. He doesn't. Right now, Russ he played a good game last game, but from the first game to this game, bro, we dominated him. We dominated Russ in that game, and he had a good game this game. Division opponents, but I'm not about to sit here. I don't know yet. And I like Russ, but I'm just saying I don't even want to go recency bias. Because one thing I've seen with Russ is last 2 to 3 years, and we like Russ. We are Russ fans. Yeah, but the last 2 to 3 years, it's just been inconsistent. That's all I.
It's so funny.
That's all I.
He's supposed to be getting on us about rooting for Russ, and now he has to root for Russ.
Yeah, that's the irony right there.
Like you need that man to play well.
But I mean, also what matters is the wins. Because even though you speaking to Russ did good in that game, which he did. He gave up the last interception that caused them to lose the game. Yeah. You just threw it in the air, and you know what I'm saying? So it's tomato, bro. Like, so I'm excited for the NFL.
I just won the fantasy this week.
Like you said, we got a lot of
I won both games in both of my leagues. Everybody went crazy for the most part.
Yeah, hey, look here. I'm getting foot to belt to A in my joint. I tell you that I'm not winning. We'll see about that.
They don't never need to do 2 Monday night football games again. I was so tired last night.
Yeah.
And the games were mid. They weren't even like exciting games. It was like
Tampa Bay game kicked up a little bit, but
like at the end, like when he put down the field and scored.
That doubleheader's not it unless it's
then last night, what was it, 20-9, something like that? It was like we don't need to do this no more. We don't need to do this again.
I agree.
We're fine with this. This is not basketball.
Since we still on sports. Social media debated about Carmelo Anthony getting into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, but his Hall of Fame speech was being talked about and how he didn't mention Lala. And that blows me because it takes away from his moment, take away from his accomplishments, his accolades. We're out here trying to give praise to Carmelo, and y'all talking about everything else but that. He gave a speech and he talked about who he wanted to talk about. I understand that him and Lala had a child. They've been in a relationship for a long period of time, a marriage a long period of time, and we can stand corrected. But also, too, it's based off of what he wanted to talk about. That was his moment.
It was his moment.
It's not the fact that, okay, is this his moment? He has to mention everything. I know a lot of people got on him because he mentioned things about women and mentioned things about upbringing and all those things. But also, he's not obligated to talk about it. You feel me? Like that? Like sometimes social media gets it confused, bro. Yeah. And honestly, not really looking at it as like being relatable because guess what? You go through things behind closed doors. You never know what their relationship ended up as, or what had happened, what transpired, or what they got going on.
Do I think he should have honored Lala? Yes, but I do think.
Yeah, I think he should have.
I don't think it should be an uproar.
That shouldn't even be in the top.
Yeah,
that shouldn't even be in our.
We shouldn't have to talk about it. Like it was his speech. He wanted to, get credit because I watched my uncle. And the reason I believe that is because I watched my uncle when he was my uncle got the court that Arthur Carroll named after him. The basketball court was named after him, and so when he was giving his speech, him and his wife were divorced. My aunt, the divorce, but he still spoke to who she was and what she meant. Like I love you and I thank you for So I've seen that, even though what I'm saying. So I do see it where that he could have still honored it. But I also see what you're saying. Like we don't need it doesn't have to be a thing. I think it doesn't have to be a thing.
Yeah, everything doesn't have to be a thing.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and we could agree that yes, he should have mentioned her, but also too, why are we taking away from his moment? You feel me? Like
it's still we hit our honor Mello. You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't agree with this. And then also I wanted to ask you about this situation. You can't be arrogant. And oh my God, and that's a good. And shout out to Cameron for protecting your sister and protecting your colleague in that situation and doing it professionally. Look, I got your money right here, but brother, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
You're sitting here up here fantasizing about her. We're on a professional platform, regardless of anything. I brought you up here, and we're supposed to sit and have some type of relationship
and talk and
just talking about sports. And I'm trying to give you your kudos, and in the midst of that, you over here drooling about my colleague, my little sister. Come on, bro, like leave the room. And that's the problem.
I asked you to chill.
But honestly, that's the problem with a lot of people out here. They just think that they can just just say anything and do anything that they want. Like that level of arrogance and that level of just not being able to ration out and read the room. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Those type of people, bro, keep them away from me, bro.
Yeah,
keeping them away from me.
Like I asked you to chill.
And the difference between this situation, bro, is that nobody expected him to do that. But Dame, to your point, they expected that. You know,
you should have expected that.
So I get that aspect. It's just like, yeah, that right there was just uncalled for, bro.
You should have expected that from him. But yeah, the other thing you can't see that coming. But if Killer did the right thing, man.
He definitely did
the right thing. He paid him for it. He was professional about it. Like, yo, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect, your co-hosts, and you gotta protect your folks, man. You can't let that go. But yeah, I just hate how sheesh, man. It's just crazy out here.
Yeah, and then it's just
twice in 1 year.
And my thing is, it's crazy. It's crazier because you're coming into somebody's space. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be here. Nope. But the fact that you're here still respects people's space, respect people's platform. You feel me? Like that should be respect common knowledge.
Like, come on now.
Like a conversation can be had without disrespecting and overstepping boundaries.
Facts.
Yeah, I just don't agree with it at all, bro. And other news, and it's not any breaking news or anything like that, but like, hey man, it's always something. It's all I will say is always something. But as far as Jalen Green and Draya, bro, they got into a heated confrontation in NYC. He's screaming, "I hate you," and then they screaming out threats and stuff like that. Just with that relationship, bro, it's just like
kind of love away from me. Well, we have to say those type of things to each other.
It just, but my thing is, it just be like, dang, bro, like, and it's not trying to pass judgment because they live their life how you want to live your life, but like when you have that age gap. It just felt like it was a parent with the child. You feel me? Like, and the child is crashing out, and the mom was chasing her.
Was flying. The joke they said when they made up, they was like, she gave him his tablet back.
Yeah, bro. And like with me, bro, and I'm not trying to pass judgment on anybody. I just feel like. You date who you date, you love who you love. That's
the optics do look crazy in the light.
Just know the optics just don't look good, bro. It really just don't look good, and that's just the reality of it, bro. And no matter if it was a guy that was older than the woman, like it still remains the same. It's just like and also in certain situations you see certain immaturities and when you see the disconnect. And the things
that are being said to each other are just like not okay.
Yeah, it'd be like not good, bro.
Like we should what kind of relationship do we have? But when we get angry with each other, we start saying those things to each other. Like what kind of relationship is that? I don't want that at all. Like keep that away from me.
Yeah, the next day they'd be cool. You feel me? Like
like what? I'll punch you. What? I hate it. Like what? What are you talking about, bro? What? Man, she pushing. I'm like, yo, it should never.
No matter how you feel about that situation, you just don't want to see no situation that maybe end up in violence or end up in somebody really being hurt by a situation, bro. It'd be crazy, bro. These NBA Youngboy concerts, I'm gonna keep it real.
Insanity.
Been tough, bro. Every clip I seen that joint been tough, bro.
Really?
Yes, bro. Like I'm just saying the fans, the energy, the arena, the excitement, bro. Honestly, I really know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really mess with that because you really have true fans that are coming out to see him, and honestly, no word to word, bro.
Listen.
So no matter what you feel about Youngboy with his music, his fans, whatever the case may be, bro. At the end of the day, he's putting out art, and people are out there coming to support him. It's dope, bro. Like I don't care what nobody say, it's dope. That joint is fire, and I like that the fans interacting in that certain way. Yes, the songs, whatever, they may bring certain energy, but yeah, I mess with it, bro.
I like that you said that, because it now changes my take. Because when I go to concerts, I don't complain because I know what I signed up for. Because Travis shows. I know what I'm signing up for when I go to a Travis Scott show. Like when I went to Astroworld, I wanted to be in the mosh, and so I could not complain that it was pushing, shoving, it was sweaty, because this is what I signed up for. This is the experience that I wanted. I wanted that experience, and so his show evoked certain energy. Now, for me personally, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a Youngboy fan. For what I see online with the ski mask and I'm like, I don't want no parts of this. I'm like, yo, these little, this is crazy. There was a couple of them on their knees like this, crying. I was like, no, I don't want to go to this. another dude next to me doing that, I'm gonna be mad. I don't want that. I don't want that kind of like that's not the I want. But again, I don't sign up for that. If I sign up for that, then I can't complain when they in the show doing all that crazy stuff. So I get what you're saying. Like he's putting out all right. This is how his fans give it up. I can't get mad because Travis fans give it up.
His fans got to get so turned, bro, and it's so for him. Bro. That made me really think about who are the celebrities, acts, rappers, like any type of artists who have a biggest cult following.
Oh, I got that. I'm gonna give you the list.
The biggest cult following. One is Beehive. One is Beehive.
Two is the bars. The bars are super toxic. The bars, you got Team Breezy.
Team Breezy for sure. Yes, absolutely.
You got Rihanna Navy.
Yup, Navy.
Go hard for Rihanna.
And five NBA Youngboy.
Five NBA Youngboy. Our real Travis has got a huge cult following.
Travis got a good following.
He got a huge cult following.
Drake got.
I feel like we've seen Drake and Kendrick. They
both have followers this year. They both have cult following.
I would still go. I would say
Cole got a cult following. Cole would definitely.
I would still say Wayne is a community online.
Yes.
Wayne.
Oh, Wayne. I'm a part of that Wayne.
I got. Joe Budden has crowned us the whole Avengers. So Jay, I would go him. And lastly, if I had to pick one more. We said Jay, we said Kanye. Yeah, Kanye is the only dude. Kanye is the only dude. Literally, the man announces he's having an album release party at an arena. Within 3 hours, it sells out. Like that's a cult following. I'm sorry, it is.
Eminem too.
Eminem got one of them too. Yeah,
Eminem did.
So yeah, I think that's the top 11.
That is. Those are the ones.
That's probably it.
Those are the ones. And then
SZA might be creeping into that category.
I would say, but you don't really. I was gonna say Snoop, but it's in a different type of way. Like it's a different magnitude with that. Like I would say Snoop is the most popular out of probably everybody.
He's the most famous rapper.
Yeah, famous. That's different. But cult following, yeah. I think that's a good one.
And you'd be surprised. You don't have to have. You don't have to be a super famous act to have a cult following. Like Pusha T has a cult following. Pusha T has it. Like he's got a very cult-like fan base. Like you'd be surprised at who shows up on the internet to defend Pusha T.
Yeah,
even before Drake beat, he's got a lot of different. Isaiah Rashad. I've noticed that. Like Isaiah Rashad has a cult-like fan base, man. Like they be excited when he got an album out. I start seeing all these type of tweets and stuff. I'm like, yo, man, like Larry June got a cult following.
That's good. Those
you don't have to be a super big guy. I have those type of fans.
To your point, you got like JID.
Yeah, like Larry June's got a cult following for sure. Currency. Tyler,
for sure. He's one of them.
Yeah, but Currency's got a cult following. Yeah, this dude is people that just love Spitter.
Those good examples too. Good examples.
Like no matter what he put out, no matter where he going, like he like Spitter fans are showing up. Like $100%. So yeah, I think like you don't have to be a big act.
Yep.
I agree though.
I agree. Let's also too, like, hold up, we said Beyonce has a biggest co-following, you got Nicki, you got Rihanna, you got NBA Youngboy,
Chris Brown,
you got Drake, Kendrick, Wayne, Cole, J, M,
Travis.
Yep, Travis.
Those are
Tyler Perry, Andre 3K. It's a good amount. But yeah, back to the NBA Youngboy concert. I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. I'm impressed. To your point, it may not something I'll like this. Yeah, because like the energy in there is
they going crazy.
I respect it.
I'm like, yo, what is this? When I see the 2 or 3 clips of them on their knees and they cry, I'm like, alright, like, come on, you know what? I'm not going to this show. Cause what we doing? What is this? Get up! Like what? And the show, and the tour is called Master. That's what makes it even worse. Like get up, stand up, man.
But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, dude. Youngboy got some hits.
Yeah, Youngboy got a profile. He put anything out, the numbers be through the roof.
Yeah,
they're gonna listen.
Yeah, but I really love your point about how like you don't have to have the biggest following to have a cult following. You got people that's rocking with you. You got people that's rocking with you.
Man.
Like, and that's irreplaceable. Like you said, Currency. With Currency, bro, he's been touring and doing mixtapes for God knows how long.
Mac Miller. That's another
great one, bro. Co-following, bro. Like, Yeah, I really love certain artists with their following. Kid Cudi, you got Frank Ocean. You know, he has a. To think about that, bro. Think about how spaced out his albums are. No matter what, he's gonna get supported.
Listen,
Party Next Door.
I've been trying to tell people. I said, listen, Drake was literally booed simply for not being Frank Ocean.
Yeah, and
that was insane.
The Odd Future whole, their whole, you know what I'm saying, their whole way.
Yeah, the internet, that whole group, they got like a cult like following. Like, they got a whole there are people waiting for the next internet project. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That whole movement is like it's a movement. I remember that. I used to see that. After they had written like in the random players. I never seen it.
It was crazy, bro.
I was like, what the heck is that? ASAP Wolfgang, come on.
All made me think about it. ASAP 2, ASAP Rocky, and all the ASAP mob had a.
I'm like,
era.
That odd future. Because they weren't just on music. They were on TV. And they were hilarious. The Lawyer Squad.
Yeah, the Lawyer Squad.
They were, the Odd Future, that was an era. They were hilarious.
It really was, bro. On to my next point. We did discuss this before, but me and my uncle, we had a good debate today about the best black sitcoms. And we just talked about overall. Everything included in the best black sitcoms, we talked about it. But just for me personally, I've always said this, and this is where I stand on. I don't feel like no black sitcom is over Martin. I could be, this is just my opinion. Because I have Martin Fresh Prince, I got the Cosby Show, I got the Boondocks, I got Wayne Bros, it's so Bernie Mac Show. I have so many different sitcoms, but Martin just for me was so relatable, bro. Because if you think about the Cosby Show, you think about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they were coming at it from a lens of, let's look at the black wealth. Let's look at what a rich black family looks at. Let's not look at our black and our African Americans in this type of light anymore. Let's look at it in this type of light. And the Cosby Show made that blueprint for a lot of people to look at us in a more empowering way. Like, we can be doctors, we can be these things. So it was dope in that way. But Martin, bro, it's just relatable because it's like the homies, bro. It's the barbershop talks, it's the relationships, it's the people around, it's the commentary around it, bro. Like, I just think Martin is so classic and untouchable, bro. I really do, bro.
For me, I'm gonna always go Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is my favorite show. I can quote lines for any episode. If it's on, I probably know the next line, whatever the man said. One of the main reasons why I was my favorite actor, because of Fresh Prince. And for, like you said, I like that, we look at black wealth, but at the same time, the reason I like Fresh Prince is because it showed that, like, just because you're rich doesn't mean you still don't have black problems. And that family still went through problems, and they still dealt with racial, issues and identities and crisis, and, it just goes, and they did a great job of just showing you, like, different sides of your family that you have to try to learn to embrace. Because Will, even though he was family, he was like the polar opposite of that. Like, all his cousins were rich. They grew up rich in Bel Air, in his mansion, with a butler. And here comes my ghetto cousin from Philadelphia, like, about to live with us. And he's just like, he learned to acclimate himself, but he was like completely far left, and total opposite of them, But but they learned to love him anyway, and all the stuff he came with. It just shows you that family is family, regardless. And we got to figure out a way to come together and be family, regardless of how different we are. And I like that aspect of Fresh Prince.
And then also too, like, what I love about all black sitcoms, bro, a lot of them had messages, had stories, had purpose. Like, even like Sister, Smart Guy, like, and, empowering in the youth.
Status Shot is a black sitcom.
Status Shot, bro. It's so many different black sitcoms that I love because they empower. There was a lot of messaging. And all black sitcoms, The Good Times, Jefferson, Stanford Son. Like, no matter what you name, it's always a lesson and message into it. But I mess with that. And that leads to this other conversation. The most influential cultures in America. The list just came out. Number one, of course.
Wait, who made the list?
Come on, man.
Who made the list? No, I'm saying, like, who made the list?
Well, you can look it up. I know it was a list just recently, just going about. I'm not trying to not take credit, but let's talk about it. The most influential cultures in America. number one African American culture, bro. Come on now.
And I'm tired. We are to say the best culture. Black Americans don't have culture. Y'all be lying.
We the best. We the best culture, bro. To everything. We influence everything.
We created most of the music that's been played in America.
From music to entertainment to food to art, bro. Anything that you want to name, bro. We are that heavily mimicked. But that's respect to us. Stop. Fashion, whatever you want to say. And honestly, the second one was the surprise to me, but not really. Japanese was number 2.
That makes sense.
And it makes sense to me because guess what? Off of anime alone.
Yeah.
Off of anime alone.
Yeah.
You know, we can list the other things such as
like they got their food,
you know what I'm saying?
Their fashion. Listen, Japan was walking around with masks. But also, way before COVID happened. Like
the hygiene,
they already walking around there.
Yep, the hygiene, the cars,
video games.
What's it called? The self-care, whether that be
video games up there for sure.
Video game,
So Japan 1,000% makes sense.
It surprised me at first, but I was like, oh no, I understand it. When I really thought about it, I was like, I understand. And number 3, Latin American, of course, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Like the Latin
it's a heritage money, by the way.
Bro, the Latin community, bro. Shout out to all the Hispanics, bro, because their communities, bro. Honestly, and they don't get enough credit. They they built a lot of the infrastructures in America, for real. Yeah. Just off of their culture, and then also too their cuisine, their food. You know what I'm saying? What their contributions to America is
some of the biggest songs on the planet right now are from Latin America.
Yes, absolutely. So man, respect to all cultures and races, because everybody's walk of life is different. But also too, that's one thing I will give America credit for, is that we learn how to intertwine all in one. To be honest, and in hindsight, people can look down upon certain things or be critical and stuff. But in totality, bro, it is really a blessing to be around so many different type of people, ethnicities, and get to learn from them.
And the fact that this is a country that gives you the freedom to express those cultures.
You gotta get that respect.
Some countries you go there, you gotta acquiesce to their culture, their culture alone. But here, you can be from China and continue your Chinese. While embracing American culture, you can still show off your Chinese culture. You can still do that. And that's dope to see.
And here, all races are embraced in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? As far as look at the food, look at the different stores, look at the different fashion, the styles. You know what I'm saying? Like that's important. Star bitch cut. Our star bitch cut. All right, crank that, steak leg or Dougie. That boy, I'm starting Dougie.
I'm starting the Dougie. The Dougie, I was low-key famous in high school for doing the Dougie.
Hey, boy, that Dougie, boy. I
was low-key famous in high school.
Nah, same here, too.
So I'm going to basically go. Steak leg can go. I can care less about steak leg.
Yeah, crank that number 2. Crank that, you got bitch crank that. But crank that is still legendary. I still know crank that to this day. But
my kids can barely do it.
And look, for y'all youngers, just know it's 2 Dougies. It's 2 different type of Dougies. You got to teach me how to Dougie, and you got my Dougie. My Dougie, my boy, that Dougie was crazy. But yeah, steak leg, it can go. Steak leg was a cool dance. It wasn't like that.
Had you said swag surf, then this would
this would be a debate. Yeah, that would have been a debate.
This would have been
actually, what would you have for that? Swag surfing, Dougie, or crank that? You start bitch cut. That's where I'm starting. I'm starting that swag surfing. I had to. The Dougie's my favorite. I ain't gonna lie, the Dougie might be my favorite dance.
It's my favorite dance. It don't get played as much though.
But culturally,
not that many people can do it. That's the problem. Not that many people got the shoulder to do the Dougie. So that's the reason why you don't hear it as much. But swag surf, I might have to start swag surfing.
Stop it culturally.
Yeah, I don't want to erase Soulja Boy because culturally the Soulja Boy is so iconic. But that's my favorite dance is the Dougie. Nah. Yeah, my favorite dance to do is the Dougie. That's why.
I'm with you on that. And I ain't gonna lie, Hit Them Folks had a joke.
It did.
I ain't gonna hold it. That joke had a good era.
And Jerk did too.
Jerk had a good era too. Star Bitch Cut, Cha Cha Slide. electric slide, or Cupid shuffle. That's a good one.
I'm gonna start the electric slide.
I'm starting the
cha-cha slide.
Hold on, electric slide.
I'm gonna start the electric slide, and I'm gonna bench the electric. I'm gonna start the cha-cha slide. I'm gonna bench the electric slide.
Dang. I'm starting the cha-cha.
Cause the electric slide,
the electric.
You can do it. Now multiple songs you can do it to now. You have the actual, you got the original, and you got the Beyonce, Frankie Beverly, and you got the original Frankie Beverly. Now there's like multiple songs you can do electric slides. I
like the Cupid shuffle, but dang, I'm gonna have to cut it on this one.
Yeah.
That cha-cha, especially at the skating rink. Come on now, to the left. Take it back now, y'all. One this time.
Yeah, cha-cha slide's iconic. I'm gonna start the cha-cha slide.
Shout out to the skating rings, boy.
I'm gonna start the cha-cha slide, and the Cupid shuffle. I love it, but you know.
Gotta go, man.
You can go.
Another amazing episode of the Phase on You podcast, man. Much love. Make sure you guys tune into the content, like, share, subscribe, and also follow. I will follow.